am going to go over the application process. The application can be found on the Roberto Clemente website underneath Up County Center, then Applying to Program, and then Center Program Application. This is the Center Program Application and Packet. Within this packet is the 7-page application. Applications are due on November 4th, and they should be mailed. If you do decide to bring it into the main office, that is fine, but they must be delivered by 3 o'clock. I do suggest that you mail the application, however. I also suggest that you have the application in 1 week prior to the deadline. This will help your child in the regard that it gives me time to go through the application to make sure that it is complete and correct. That way I have everything set for your child prior to the Screening and Selection Committee seeing your child's application. The only schools that we pull from are the schools listed on the right underneath Roberto Clemente Middle School. If your child will eventually attend any of these high schools, they can apply to Roberto Clemente. If your child will eventually attend any of the schools on the left-hand side, your child must apply to Tacoma Park or Eastern Middle School. The computer will kick out your child's name if they do not eventually attend one of the high schools listed on the right. This page shows you the testing accommodations that we provide for students with an IEP 504 plan or ELL testing accommodations. If your child has testing accommodations, please send them in when you mail in the application. If your child has testing accommodations, you must register your child for testing accommodations by going to the link on the first line. If your child also has to attend the makeup day, which is the same day, Friday, December 9th, you must also register your child if your child is unable to attend the normally scheduled testing day. If your child is coming on the makeup day for makeup or testing accommodations, when you come to the building, you and your child will come to a separate room, and if your child is here for testing accommodations, you should come back at 12 o'clock to pick them up. And if your child is here for makeup testing, you should come back at 11 o'clock to pick them up. Anyone that tests on that day, it is an excused absence from school, and all you have to do is write the school a note saying why your child is testing on that Friday. In mid-February, you will receive a letter addressed to the parents stating the results of the Screening and Selection Committee. Your child will either be accepted into the program, put in the wait pool, or declined for the program. These letters will have detailed information within them. If your child is accepted to both programs, they must pick one program. They cannot pick both. This sheet gives you the Keep the Dates page. Here are the dates for testing. Testing is on December 3rd, 2016. We will start lining students up at 7:45. So if you choose to come at 7:45, we will take your child back into the testing room. We do not allow anything in the testing room, and students do not to bring anything with them. We will provide them with everything, including a pencil and scrap paper. They are not permitted to bring books or any type of mechanical devices into the testing room. If your child brings anything of that nature, they will be sent back to you to give them to them. They can bring a non-messy snack and a water bottle into the testing room. Students, regardless of the test or the program that they applied to, should be picked up at 11 o'clock in the cafeteria, which is to your left-hand side as you walk into the building. On the application in the upper corner, your child should check what program they're applying to, whether it be humanities only, math only, or both programs. This is important because this is the test that they will take based on what they applied to. Again, if you'll notice underneath Roberto Clemente Middle School, it indicates the assigned high schools. These are the only high schools that we pull from and are able to test for those students here. Further down in the application, you'll notice that it says current school name. The current school name should be the school that your child is currently attending, even if they are not going to their assigned home elementary school. If your child is going to a different school than their assigned home elementary school, you write their assigned home elementary school on the line that indicates if it's different than the school they are attending. At the bottom of the application, your child should write both a math teacher and an English teacher. They need to be two different teachers. If your child has the same teacher for math and the same teacher for English, then your child may choose a fourth grade teacher to go to ask for the recommendation. If your child applied to the humanities program or to both programs, they would fill out the essay in this section. If they applied to math or to both programs, they would fill out this section, and the rest of the pages all applicants fill out. This page, if is too filled up for where it says activity or an award, your child may add additional pages which you would place behind here. This page is for an optional parent advocacy if there's a certain situation. And the last page is where the parent and the student sign. Additionally, it is important that the MCPS ID number be placed on this page. The MCPS ID number can be found on the upper right-hand corner of the report card. The application should be word processed in its entirety. It cannot be sent in via email or fax, but it should be word processed. This is the counselor data form. This form your child gives to the counselor. In turn, the counselor will gather the fourth grade report card and the first quarter of the fifth grade. This will be sent to me to put in your child's file. So once your child has turned this into the counselor, they need to do nothing else. This is the recommendation that your child will give to their teachers. It is a two-part form. They should give the English recommendation and the math recommendation to two different teachers. Again, if they have the same teacher, then they need to give one recommendation to their fourth grade teacher. If their fourth grade teacher has left the school, they should give one to the counselor and ask them to send this one recommendation to their fourth grade teacher at the location that their teacher is currently working. Thank you for your interest in the center program, and we hope that this has helped.